All right, today we are diving deep into a mystical secret from the Zohar, the story of how Abraham found the Cave of Machpelah. And let me tell you, this was not just a burial plot. We're talking about a gateway, a portal to another dimension.
So here's our game plan. We're going to look at two totally conflicting stories about how the cave was found. Then we'll unpack what they mean. One is the path of action, the other the path of devotion. And this is the cool part. We'll reveal a secret cosmic blueprint that actually ties them both together, translate it into some modern terms you'll definitely get, and then figure out what this ancient model means for us today.
Okay, so right out of the gate, the Zohar, the foundational book of all Jewish mysticism, hits us with a real head-scratcher. It doesn't give us one clear story. Oh no. It gives us two completely different accounts of how Abraham found this incredibly sacred cave. And this is where it gets really interesting. On the one hand, you've got Abraham the herdsman. He finds the cave by pure accident, literally chasing after a runaway calf. But on the other hand, you have Abraham the mystic, who is guided to the very same spot by prayer, a heavenly smell, and a holy light. So what's the deal?
This is the big question, isn't it? Was it just a random fluke, a glitch in reality, or was it some kind of divine appointment? Well, the Zohar's answer is pretty mind-blowing. It was both.
Okay, so let's break that down. First up, let's explore this idea of the herdsman, what the mystics call the path of action. In this version, you got to picture Abraham not as some sage meditating on a mountain. No, he's just living his life. He's being a good host. He's running to grab a calf to prepare a meal. It's in the middle of this totally normal, physical, worldly activity that the calf bolts, leads him on a chase, and boom, he stumbles right into a gateway to a higher reality. And that's the key, right? The big takeaway here is that holiness and these divine gateways aren't always hiding in a prayer book or a study hall. Sometimes they're right there, smack in the middle of our chaotic, everyday lives. We just have to be engaged enough to trip over them.
But wait, that's just one side of the coin. The Zohar, in its incredible wisdom, gives us a completely different angle. It's a path that has nothing to do with what we're doing and everything to do with our inner state of being.
See, in this account, there is zero chance involved. This discovery is a direct result of spiritual practice. Think of it like this. Abraham's daily devotion was like tuning a cosmic radio. He was dialing in his soul to a very specific frequency, picking up on these subtle signals, a divine fragrance, a supernatural light, that most of us would just walk right past.
And that fragrance, it wasn't just, some nice-smelling flowers. This is a sign of what the mystics call ruhaniyut. It's like a spiritual current, a divine Wi-Fi signal. It's the universe itself, broadcasting its secrets from a higher dimension.
So where was that signal coming from? Get this. The Zohar Chadash says the cave was directly connected to the Garden of Eden. And even crazier, Adam was the first one to detect this scent, way back when he came to bury Eve. So Abraham didn't just find a new portal, he was rediscovering an ancient one. So we have these two totally different stories, the calf and the prayer. What gives? Are they just conflicting legends? Nope. The mystics tell us there's a deeper system at play. A secret cosmic blueprint that shows there are actually two sides of the exact same coin. It all works in 3 stages, using the Sephirot from the Kabbalistic tree of life. Step 1, you've got Malchut. That's just the physical world. The field, the cave, that's our stage. Step 2, you've got Yesod, which acts like a cosmic transmitter, broadcasting a signal, that fragrance and light, from that hidden spot. And step 3, you need a receiver. That's Tiferet, representing Abraham's perfectly balanced and harmonious soul. Only a soul tuned to that frequency could pick up the signal, and it didn't matter if he was running or praying when he did. And here is the ultimate payoff. The Zohar is explicit about this. The cave is a literal gateway to the Garden of Eden. So chasing the calf or following the light, they weren't different paths to different places. Think of them as 2 different user interfaces for logging into the exact same hidden portal. Now, what's so cool is that this ancient blueprint isn't just metaphysical theory. It's a timeless user manual for discovery. So let's bring this into our world with a couple of analogies to make it super clear. Okay, for all you gamers out there, think of it this way. The path of action, that's like when you're following some random animal character in a game, and it glitches through a wall, revealing a secret level you never knew existed. Total accident. The path of devotion is more like, that one secret shrine in the game? You visit it every single day. And finally, after the 100th visit, boom, a hidden quest unlocks. And for all you tech folks and coders, The path of action is like stumbling on a random open API endpoint that gives you unexpected access. The path of devotion, that's you methodically making authenticated requests, proving who you are until the system finally grants you access to a protected higher-level system.
You see the pattern here, right? It doesn't really matter how you get in. The point is, both methods lead to the same hidden reality, a deeper dimension that's always on, always broadcasting, just waiting to be discovered. It's like the universe has a front door you can knock on and a back door you might just stumble through.
So, what does all of this mean for us right now? This isn't just some cool ancient story. It's a practical manual for your own journey through life.
The lesson from Abraham's two paths is huge. It's telling us we have to be both Abrahams. We have to be the herdsman out in the world, engaged, getting our hands dirty, living life to the fullest. But at the same time, we have to be the mystic, cultivating that inner quiet, that spiritual sensitivity, that ruach niyut, so we can actually notice the subtle signs, the light and fragrance that are trying to guide us to our own hidden caves. And that leaves us with one final, really big question to think about. Where is your gateway waiting to be found? What profound truth is hidden in plain sight in your life, waiting for you to either stumble upon it through action or tune into it through devotion? Thank you for joining us for this complete journey through the Pardes. We hope these ancient truths help you and your family improve your own dimensions this week. If you enjoyed this full chapter deep dive, please like, subscribe, and share which part of the journey touched your soul in the comments. We'll see you in the next chapter.